Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I was really excited about the way our guys came out and competed on Saturday night. We talked a lot as a team within our preparation of wanting to play a complete game, and where all phases were really clicking. And I thought we had our best week of preparation and practice, and it was good to see it show up on game day. I thought defensively we were able to get 3 early takeaways, which was key for us, and the offense. We came out and started fast. We're able to hit a couple of explosive shots down the field. I thought Riley, in his third start, was definitely played his best ball game, and you start to see the confidence that flashed a little bit in game two. Really carry over, and you did a great job of locating the football. I thought we had a good balance overall with our run pass, and I thought Riley made a lot of great decisions, and so it was a dominant performance, I thought, for our team. And one that really can give us some confidence moving forward, knowing that as the season progresses, the challenges are only going to get bigger, and especially starting with the one here this week.
We'll take questions for Coach Norvell. Please star 1 on your telephone to join the queue. The operator will introduce you.
And we'll take our first question from Brian Moss with TigerSportReport.com. Please go ahead.
Hey, Coach. It's been a while since you guys have been in a hostile environment. How are you guys preparing, in practice for that noise?
That's something we've been working on, quite a bit through fall camp, and we try to mix it in at least once a week, building up through the season, regardless of whether we're playing at home or on the road, because we know that's a integral part of our communication, and when you play road games, that's got to be something that you have quite a bit of work through, and so I think we'll we know we're going to go into a exciting atmosphere, and one where it's going to be the place will be rocking. Being a night game there on Saturday, so we've got a lot of work on it, and now we just have to continue to progress and go out and execute there when we get the opportunity.
I appreciate it.
And we'll take our next question from Courtney Smith with the Rebel Walk magazine. Please go ahead.
Good morning, Coach.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I got 2 questions for you. The first one, what runs across your mind when you saw film on Chad Kelly and the weapons around him? And the second question is, will you take something away as far as game planning from last year's Memphis win over Ole Miss inside Liberty Bowl Memorial Stadium?
Well, that's a great question. Starting off, we got a great deal of respect for Chad and the type of player that he is, and I think he's one of the top quarterbacks in the country. He can make every throw. He's a guy that I know has shown his capability of extending plays, and last week had a 40-something yard rushing touchdown, and then he's got great weapons around him. He's got a dynamic group of receivers that are all have wonderful size, can stretch the field vertically, and a tight end in Ingram, who I think is one of the better players in the nation. And so we know it's going to be a tremendous challenge. And I think that as you've seen their season progress, they come out of the gate and start fast, and thought they played probably their best second half of football here. Against Georgia this past weekend, so I know they got a tremendous deal of confidence in what they're doing and the players that they have offensively surrounding Chad, and so we know we're going to have to be on our best game to go out there and compete, and so and then drawing from last year's game, I think every season is unique to its own, and I think our guys, that was a huge win for Memphis last year, and you watch that game and see the different things that they were able to do on both sides of the ball, and as the game progressed, the confidence that continued to grow within our football team, and so I think you'd always take a look at past experiences and try to build off of those things, but this is the 2016 season and our 2016 football team, so there's going to be a lot of different faces on the field, and we got to go out there and put together a plan that fits our personnel, and being able to put our guys in the best situation to have that success.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
And we'll take our next question from Dick Weiss with the American Conference. Please go ahead.
Hey, Mike, how are you? Congratulations on last week's win.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Can you talk a little bit about your quarterback? You've obviously been an offensive-minded coach. When did you, after you arrived, did you decide that he was going to be able to do all the things that you wanted? He certainly had a breakout game last week.
Yeah, Riley's done a great job since he's been here. He got here last spring and was in a quarterback competition all the way up until a couple of weeks into this fall. And I've loved the way that he's progressed. And we tried to put a good amount on him. He's a very intelligent young man. He's definitely a student of the game. As you get out there and with week one, we definitely had a solid amount of scheme and concepts for him to be able to base from, but you have to get acclimated to the speed of Division I football, and I think that as he's come along, his skill set is one that he can make a lot of different throws. He can extend plays. He can he makes quick decisions and can get the ball out quick, and so we try to put an offense and a scheme around him that truly highlights those qualities that he has. And I think as the season's gone, the more repetitions he gets, the more familiarity he has in adjusting to the speed of the game. His confidence is at an all-time high. Now we know that this week we're going to see our fastest opponent, and it's one of the fastest teams in the country. So we're going to have to make sure that we're continuing to grow, we're continuing to focus on ourselves, and I know Riley is definitely excited about the opportunity to go out there and get better.
Thank you very much, Mike.
Thank you.
And we'll take our last question from Rob Fisher with Sports 56 Memphis. Please go ahead.
Coach, you mentioned that it's a different team from a year ago, but a lot of your players were in that game and won that game. A lot of your players have won a lot of games over the last few years. Does that make it, I don't know if easier is the right word, but easier that you don't have to really harp on the step up in competition this week and what these guys are about to face with Ole Miss?
No question. I mean, anytime you play a big game, you guys understand the challenge, and you sit there and you look at the last season's game. Ole Miss jumped out to an early lead. I think it was 14-0 there early in the first quarter, and our guys had to battle back. And I think with the final result of it, they were able to create some takeaways. We're able to hit some explosive plays down the field, and I think it shows to our guys that if we go out there and play our game and play at a high level, that you can put yourself in a position to be successful. But we've got to go out there and make sure that we execute. I'm not, our concern, no matter who we're playing, whether it's Bowling Green last week or Ole Miss this week, has to be on ourselves. We have to make sure that we can go out there and operate and execute at a high level, and then when we get the opportunity to make the plays, we've got to make them. And we can't have missed opportunities. We can't do things that hurt ourselves. But our guys have do have a confidence that with the result of last year's game, I mean they made the plays that were necessary to be successful to win. And so we know that we just have to continue to work and focus on ourselves. And if we do that, it's gonna be a heck of a matchup.